You dig?
Welcome to another episode of the WeakLEE Podcast. Got a very special guest with me. Dude I met in college. We spent a lot of time playing Call of Duty together.
Facts.
Really was the first person that introduced me to UFC. I didn't know nothing about that till I met this dude. But my partner, Spyda.
Now you showing your age?
Yeah.
We grew up together. I used to live around the corner from you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
All our life. You know what I'm saying? But nah, bro, I appreciate you for having me, dog. I like what you got going on here, bro.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie, dog.
Yeah.
I've been waiting on somebody to talk to my ass. You know what I'm saying?
People don't want to talk to you?
Hell nah. Nigga just want me to catch bullets for him, dog. That's
right.
It. You know what I'm saying? So it's nice, bro. I'm fucking with this, my nigga. But yeah, man. I'm happy to be here, bro. I ain't gonna lie.
Tell the people a little about yourself, man.
Well, most people know me by Spyda. My real name is Jamiron. Gonna put that out there.
Yeah.
You know?
People don't know that.
People don't know that. Forget you ever fucking heard it. But I've been doing security now, bro, for about 13 years. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm off and on about 13 years now, bro. Musician, artist, father, husband, you know.
Yeah.
Black man stuff. You know? I'm trying to make it make sense. You know what I'm saying?
What made you want to get into that, though, man? Security stuff.
Well, honestly, as you said, bro, I always kind of been on some fighting type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like honestly, what really initially started, I needed a job.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so when we know we was in Suno, I ended up having my son, and I had to get a job.
Yeah.
So I went got a job as mall security out there, Esplanade, Segway riding, Paul Blart shit. You know what I'm saying? But then from there, I ended up working for a contract security company. And I did my little chops with them for a little minute. But then what started my personal career in the private industry, as in working with clients and executive protection and stuff like that, it really happened because like a lot of my partners, we was kind of sitting around a round table at my homie house. And we ended up smoking, you know, regular shit. But a couple of my other partners was like, you know, they kind of started professing what they wanted to do with their life. You know what I'm saying? So my partner Snipe was like he wanted to be a DJ. Partner Jamal was like he wanted to do videos and take pictures and stuff. My homie T Black was like he wanted to be a promoter. My other homie wanted to do radio. My other partner was rapping. So I just kind of filled in the blanks. I was like, well, shit, you gonna promote and throw the party. You gonna DJ at that bitch. You gonna blast it on the radio. You gonna perform. And fuck it, I'm gonna do security for that bitch. Yeah. And that's literally like, we did that shit. What's the name of that little hall off of Gentilly?
Oh,
the Legacy Hall.
Yeah.
That our first party over there. And it just kind of been history since then, bro. I just kind of took off running, you know, and I kind of built the formula for myself. I kind of saturated the market, as I called it. So I come from just doing that to where I made people, like you just saw me everywhere. After that, I was doing the clubs, the pop-up parties with my homie Janie and Juan. And what else, bro? Weddings, a little bit of everything, bro. And then it just kind of spilled over to me working in the clubs and shit. Then I kind of just locked in with the who's who in the city, you know, people I was meeting and stuff inside of the club. And it just kind of, the ball just got rolled. It got out of control. I ain't gonna lie.
What you mean?
I mean, I can't say I had a plan for it to be what it's become, you know, but I'm an ambitious person though, too. You know what I'm saying? So it was only right. Like once I kind of got addicted and kind of saw what it could be, because really what happened, bro, as you know, I was working at Spades, strip club, and when I got there, the security at the club, I'm watching everybody. Nobody seemed to kind of give a damn about the opportunity that was right in front of us. You know, a lot of guys were just in the club, comfortable holding up the wall. You know, they smoking hookah and they talking to the females, you know.
Just enjoying the scene.
Just enjoying what was going on, just getting their money and going home. So I came in my first day. I obviously had the wrong expectations because I wore a suit to Spades for the first time. Now, if all y'all been to Spades, it's not a suit environment.
Yeah, not at all.
You know what I'm saying? But I had, you know, this impression in my mind of how it was going to be. So I came in with the suit on. You know, I quickly learned the ropes, but I started seeing, like I said, all the NFL players, the Pelicans players coming through, like literally all of the dope boys, everybody just kind of coming through there. And I'm watching none of these people pay any of these people any attention. You know, so I kind of made it my thing to start kind of waiting on everybody that was somebody hand in hand. You know, just making sure they got taken care of. And they watched me turn what was $100 night, $150 night, depending on who you were, to sometimes I'm leaving with $1,000+ just in tips because I'm catering to people. And I treated every client I met like a job interview. You feel what I'm saying? So if I can kind of make my impression here, you know, show you the ropes, take care of you, make sure you're good, this, that, and the third, a lot of people's like, man, I'll fuck with you. You do security outside of here? Yeah. You're fucking right. I got you. You know what I'm saying? And literally, bro, it just balls started rolling out and work with literally Tyron Matthew, Chauncey Gardner before they traded him. I work with Rob 49, Nino Calvin, C4, literally everybody. Yeah. Like, pick them, I most likely work with them. And, you know, like I said, I just try to build a career around it, bro, take care of my family. And, you know, I done hit the road. I done been on tour several times and stuff, you know. Just really made it work for me, bro.
Yeah, networking and make it bigger than what it really was.
I mean, I didn't see why I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? I think I felt like, I'm like, what? Why don't y'all see what's happening in front of you? You know what I'm saying? I mean, bro, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, bro.
It ain't everybody's vision, that's why. Yeah.
It just seemed like, because it wasn't my vision either, but it's like once I can see opportunity, you feel what I'm saying? I can see a gap that needs to be filled. Just filled it. You know what I'm saying? And it just kind of worked in my favor at this point.
Got to feed people what they don't have.
I got a wife and kids. And, you know, responsibility. So I had to make it make sense, brother.
What type of training you had to do to become certified and all that?
Well, initially through the contract company, what you'll have to do is like a 2-day course you got to do. The first day is really kind of instructional. You watch a few videos, some instructional stuff, learn how to manipulate the firearm, working over like when to shoot, when not to shoot situations, understanding kind of how to do a threat assessment, you know, stuff like that, just to kind of work your mind into seeing what you don't know about the aspect of how to do security. And then the next day is kind of a little more instructional, but then you end up going and shoot at the range and you just got to qualify and stuff like that. Yeah. It's not a hard process at all, you know, but the truth is the way Louisiana set up, you don't even really need a security certification or anything like that to do security work, which is half of the problem in our industry because niggas go buy a little vests from off Amazon and don't even have plates in it and they just call themselves a security guard or bodyguard. Right. Yeah, because what it is like the State Board of Security Examiners in Louisiana, they only govern contractual and uniform security. So if you're not doing either or, you kind of to your own devices. So you can kind of do proprietary security, which is pretty much you as the owner of said business, you can hire whoever you want to do security, as long as they work directly for you as the business owner. You can't like subcontract out through another person without that person having security license. You know what I'm saying? But it's some loopholes about how to get around it. But for the most part, you just got to take the little courses and stuff. You know? Right. Super simple.
What's been the most difficult part of your job?
The most difficult part of my job. That's a tough question because it depends on like the moment and like the situation. You know, I got to add a little nuance to it because initially working at the strip club, it was more or less about, you know how people in the city is, bro. Everybody the man. Everybody wants special treatment.
Everybody think they are.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Everybody feel like they special. So it's just more or less, for me, initially starting out was just dealing with the attitudes and the entitlement. Yeah. Because, you know, I'm a people person. I'm cool. You know, despite what I do or anything like that, I never ever had a problem with being able to talk a person off the ledge. But just because in my mind, bro, I was like, man, working at the strip club, that shit gonna be fun as hell. Like, I'm thinking it's gonna be some Players Club shit. It was the opposite. Like, it becomes annoying, you know, because it's all of them personalities, bro. You gotta deal with the girls and their entitlement. You got other security guards that act like they just don't know how to do their job from day to day. Like, imagine me having to tell somebody what to do. Yeah, every day.
That's one of every thing with every job.
Exactly. But then it has since grown into a different circumstance because now I'm a victim of my own success. So, like I said earlier, I kind of work with the who's and a lot of my client, they kind of high threat situations, and I try to keep it professional 24/7. So I'm not ever really picking sides. It's business first.
Yeah.
And I tell all of them I'm loyal to my wife and my kids. I don't care what hood you're from, who you're friends with. But a lot of my clients got problems with each other. So the most difficult thing is making sure I maintain. It's easy for me, but for them, making sure I don't get caught up in the politics of the beef and all the extra shit they got going on.
Yeah.
That's one of the more difficult things. But finally, it's more or less been a situation now where discovering that I'm like expendable. Like that as a security guard, you know what you signed up for. You know what you're getting yourself into. But I got some clients of mine, bro, that just kind of just treat you like you don't matter. And that shit kind of hard to deal with psychologically.
What you mean?
So, how can I say it? A few of my clients, if you yourself was like a rapper or a football player, anything like that where you needed security, who you feel like should be in your like top 3 highest paid employees? Like out of your driver, your assistant, your security guard, your stylist, your woo-doo-woo.
The security should be to me.
Everybody don't feel like that. I'm some people's
before driving and all that.
I'm some people's least paid employee. Right? And it's kind of a nuisance because I'm supposed to take the bullets for you.
Right.
Because essentially when I leave my house every time, I pretty much say fuck my wife and my kids to go out here and put my life on the line for somebody else. So it becomes a little mentally taxing when the person that you work for literally just show you figuratively and literally that they don't give a fuck about you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That right there within itself is just a whole, that shit's stressful, bro. I'm not gonna lie. There's a lot of times where I almost like kind of gave up on the profession because it's just like, bro, this shit not worth it. Like,
yeah.
I'm taking the shit home with me. I'm traveling, I'm on the road, I'm here and there, and it just becomes a mental load on me, bro. And, it's gotten better since I kind of, restructure my thinking about it. But, bro, that's literally one of the harder things. Because, again...
But that comes with life, though. The people who work the hardest and risk their life the most get paid the least.
Which is crazy. But I'm going to tell you the truth, though, bro. I've since then, though, had some clients. What really brought it to my attention is because I have one client in particular, bro. I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's a few of them. And they kind of show me how I'm supposed to be treated. You know what I'm saying? Like, what they eat, I eat. So if they go and grab some high-priced steak, caviar, I'm about to eat the same thing.
Right.
If they sleeping in a expensive loft, whoop-de-woo, this, that, and the third, I'm right next door in the same situation with them. If they flying first class, I'm sitting next to them, in front of them, or behind them.
Right.
I've had situations where I've had clients be on, like I said, in the first class, something. I'm on a Spirit flight, on a whole nother.
Nowhere near
you. You know what I'm saying? But that's what come with the territory, and I had to kind of take my personal feelings out of it because, again, it's what you signed up for. But the thing that makes it aggravating, I be trying to work with people, especially if I believe and I see your potential. I don't believe in trying to get rich off anybody. You know what I'm saying? Like, I prefer the consistency in the work. So I'm going to constantly make sure I'm going to give you 110% work and service, but give you an affordable price so that you'll consistently want to fuck with me.
Right.
As opposed to me trying to knock your dick in the dirt each time you call my phone. And now you got to be like, I don't know, man. That nigga Spyda high. I don't know, dog. You know what I'm saying? I prefer for you to be like, man, yeah, I'm fucking my brother. There's a lot of people at this point, once I kind of started doing business like that, they don't even really need me half the time. They just prefer to have me around because motherfucker appreciate how I do my job and he can afford it. You know what I'm saying? So that just was one of them things for me, bro. But, it's all good, bro.
But how like your family feel about that aspect of it though too? Just them knowing like every time you leave this house, you got a chance to be risking your life.
My wife used to stress out about it.
Yeah.
Like in the beginning, like when she didn't really know like the depths of what was going on or really understand. It wasn't until she recognized that I was like really good at it And I kind of brought her into the field a few times and let her be around certain clients and let her meet certain people. And she realized the amount of respect most people have for me. So she kind of stopped worrying. But my daughters and my son, they be nervous. They be nervous. Like, I mean, they kids though. You know what I'm saying? So in their mind, they like, oh shit, Dad gone again? Where he at now? Who he with? What he doing? And my son, he get it double because his mom's a NOPD detective. Yeah. So he be stressing all day. He like, my daddy worked for some of the best and some of the worst people in the city, and my mama, she trying to lock people up. Like, I could lose my parents and deal with me. Like, bro, relax, man. I believe in God. Pray, have faith, my nigga. Like, don't, because you're gonna stress me out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't need you doing that. Like, relax, bro. Like, I'm coming back every time. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's either I'm coming back or several people died and me. Like, but I'm not. It's not gonna be no shit where I just got plucked and oh man, nah, it ain't gonna. I'm not having that. Nah, fuck no. I'm making it home, brother. I'm touching home plate every time. I swear.
So what's been the most exciting part about the job?
Most exciting part?
Yeah.
I can say the job itself for me, bro. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like
people and all that.
It's as dangerous as it is, bro. I'm kind of a psycho to a degree, so I love it. Like, I've been in.
He's a psycho.
I love it, bro. You know me. You've been on me since you were young, bro. Who the fuck else was doing MMA that was black? You know what I'm saying?
It was just you.
Skateboard and just all kind of shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? So this shit was up my alley. I said, oh man, I get to play Call of Duty with my friends. Like, oh shit, it's up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And then now you got Call of Duty gun.
Oh yeah, real shit. Man, look, it's super exciting to me, bro. Because like you said, like being able to travel the world, like I got Rob to thank for that. Tyron Matthew was the first person to ever put me on a plane and like show me how I could. Like, brother, took me to Vegas for the first time, put me up in the Cosmopolitan, like top floor shit, gave me my own little what they call that shit, little penthouse shit and all that.
Sweet.
Yeah, it was actually me and Gelly in there together. You know what I'm saying? And we I actually went and walked out on that balcony, my nigga. I looked around at the city line and shit, the little skyline and shit. I was like, man, I dropped a few tears. Yeah. Cause I was like, fuck, like this shit.
Never think it'd be that.
Never think it'd be that.
But
like,
it makes sense though. Like if I'm paying for security, especially if I'm investing that kind of money, I want you to be at your sharpest. Like,
you're supposed to be by me 24/7.
You go sleep better than I sleep,
right? Because I need you to sleep. I need you to be up.
When I'm tired, I need you to be the one up for me, looking everywhere, doing like I want to make sure you getting the first class. I'm gonna catch the Spirit flight. Like I don't know. I feel like if they value security in that essence, one, they're not putting you in situations that's gonna put you at risk. One, if they want you to be by your side like that, it's like, I trust this man.
Exactly.
I'm not about to put him nowhere where he about to not
get into fire. Family,
about to be locked up for 2-3 months. I ain't got no security at that point. It's like,
right, that's how you look at it.
It seems like common sense. You know what I'm saying? But it's just it's not.
Right. Like at the end of the day, everybody in the group is supposed to be protecting the asset. And if his job is to
God.
like if his job is to protect the asset, he should be kind of at the top of the
No, I love it. Keep this shit going, bro. Cause like I can't stress this enough. The nigga think I just be bitching when I say shit like that, bro. Like, listen, I'm not the only security guard. Everybody around. Especially if you're a part of an entourage or some shit like that. If something happened to the principal, all of this fun y'all having, all of the bottle popping, bitches and blunts and whatever y'all got going on, the shit is over.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? It's not just me. Help me help y'all. You know what I'm saying? But I'm talking about I be in situations where niggas be in my way. They're trying to be seen. And I'm like, it'd be different if you was going to do something.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? Because if it was that, then he wouldn't need me. Or she wouldn't need me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers, I'm
need me for a reason.
Now, does the behavior vary depending on the type of client it is, like between athletes, rappers, or just regular 1000%. Getting money people?
It depends on age, occupation. You know what I'm saying? Experience, how long it's been. Because some people when they first get into fame and stuff like that, they don't really know how to handle it. They still kind of
wilding
in the you know, in the thick of it all, and it ain't kind of became normal life to them yet.
Yeah.
Once they kind of normalized, they kind of calmed down a little bit, you know, and kind of have a little more common sense about how to move. You know what I'm saying? But when it's fresh, motherfuckers
Regular.
out here doing the most.
Yeah.
Just the most. But see, like, I fuck with Tyron tough because brother camp, his team strong. You know what I'm saying? Them boys all get along good. They like family, like close knitted and shit. And everybody kind of all held him in high regard, and nobody would do anything, at least that I didn't see, to jeopardize what he had going on.
Yeah, they respected what he got.
Exactly. So that situation was super easy. You know what I'm saying? And you know, when I first started out with Rob, you know, I used to always tease him and shit. I'd be like, man, y'all niggas the little brothers I never asked for. You know what I'm saying? Because, you know, I'm about to be 34. And when me and brother started, he was, 20, 22 or some shit. Like, you know, he was young. And, you know, the guy, I'm like, I couldn't handle it at first, bro. Because, like, you know, I'm older. I'm here to get some money. I ain't trying to play. You know y'all probably used to see on Instagram niggas throwing water on each other when they sleeping and all kind of. Oh, I used to be so drove, and them niggas used to get on my nerves so bad because they can see that it bothers me, so they'll fuck with me even
more. Yeah,
they'll fuck with me even more. Jokes me bad all day, brother, and I ain't know how to handle it. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? Like, I ain't had niggas trying to rip me and just poke at me and fuck with me since I was a child.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And even growing up, most people didn't do that because they won't get beat up. You know what I'm saying? So them niggas ain't give a fuck about none of that. You know what I'm saying?
They're young.
I know. You know what I'm saying? And it's good though. But see, like, as you can see now, if you pay attention to the optics, they're a little more calm down. You know what I'm saying? And I love that for them, though, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, brother doing his shit like in a way in which we ain't seen since Wayne for real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm super proud of what he doing. You know what I'm saying?
So how you feel about just being around the group of people like that and seeing the different, like, I'm pretty sure you're seeing the dudes that you could tell be jealous or not really the genuine friends in the group.
I, being older and having been in multiple situations like that, I could 1,000% identify whom is there for what and whom, you know, but it's hard to kind of tell somebody about their partners. And let's be clear, I have in fact told niggas that about their partners. You know what I'm saying? But some people just take mental notes. You know what I'm saying? But once you get to a certain level, bro, like, for example, like in a hypothetical, if I had to tell Rob something like that about one of his partners, like, he's so solid that he gonna take a mental note, bro, but he go out his way to not be a bitch ass nigga on no level. You know what I'm saying? So even if he could do something that'll make him look like he being fake on some fuck shit, he ain't gonna do that.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? So you gotta kind of just sometimes just let things be what they are. Because a lot of times I also realize that they know already.
Yeah, I realize that too.
Bro.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they not,
but
they just blind to whatever.
But they just don't really know how to
approach that.
Exactly.
Like, how do you do that?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, how do I tell you, yeah, bro, I can't fuck with you no more. You this ain't working. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but that's what comes with growing and maturing. Because I know a lot of people, I know somebody right now who have that problem. But it's just like, I'm trying to help you get where you're trying to get, but at the same time, you can't take everybody with you.
Facts though. But sometimes we gotta just learn that the hard way. You know what I'm saying? As men, bro, because I had to learn that the hard way. You know, I know a lot of niggas, you know, a lot of, we just talking about one of our partners.
Just like,
bro, I gotta do his thing, bro. You know what I'm saying? I can't, what can I do for you, bro?
I wish you well, but
I'm praying for you, my nigga. Like, I'm praying for you, bro, but I can't do nothing for you, brother. Like, you're a grown ass man, and if you don't get out your own way, then I'm not your daddy.
I'm rolling this way.
I'm going this way. You know what I'm saying? Because all else fails, I keep saying I got my wife and kids to think about. Yeah, that's always my first priority. I don't give a fuck what's going on. You know what I'm saying?
So, can you experience, like, what was your worst experience while working?
My worst experience actively now, well, my second worst experience, because the first one was me telling you about how I realized that I was expendable. That was more or less my first experience because, again, I didn't think that's what it would be. Yeah. But my actual physical experience was one time at one of the clubs. I'm not gonna name it because I'm not trying to bring that type of attention. But a guy had got hit with a fucking switch, like, around the corner, and I'm talking about he bleeding out crazy. you know, and I always been the type, bro. I don't know what my problem is. Like I said earlier, I'm a psycho. So I heard the shots, I run towards the bullets as opposed to the other way. Like they had an NOPD officer standing right here next to me. He went that way, and I went towards the situation to try to kind of save a life, intervene, or do whatever I could do. You know what I'm saying? Because that's just outside of being security, bro. That's just the type of person I am. You feel what I'm saying? So got around the corner, brother spilling out of his vehicle. I mean, I'd been riddled with bullets and holes. Brother hitting the head, ear, chest, he bleeding out. And the officer took 10 minutes to come around the corner. And brother bleeding out on the corner. Me and another one of my friends, who I also can't name, we did, I did a little medical on him to kind of sustain him. Got some shirts, tied him up. We put him in the car and took him to the hospital. You know what I'm saying? But even then, bro, I don't know. Like that felt like a regular weekend to me though. So I don't want to even sit here and try to make it more dramatic than it is, because all of this shit normal to me, bro.
Yeah.
I done been in several situations where bullets, I done probably got shot at more times than police officers in certain situations. So none of it's kind of bad experiences. It's just the nature of the job for me, for real. You know, I take mental notes and I just move on, bro. Like it's just, and I'm smoking at the time too. So oh yeah, that nigga almost died, bro. Whatever. All right, roll a blunt. All right, it's over. Tomorrow, I swear to God, bro. I just don't be caring. Cause like I said, nigga, you gotta be some type of crazy to want to do this shit for a living, bro. You have to. Like I'm not trying to be a hero or no shit like that, but it just kind of fit me, bro. And like I said, I think this kind of picked me, because I come from a family of like law enforcement and stuff like that. My father's a cop. My uncles work SWAT and OPD. My aunt, she's a state trooper. So I come from that, but I never really aspired to do that. You know what I'm saying? But the security shit just kind of fell in my lap, bro.
You're doing the same thing,
and gonna end up doing the same thing. Yeah. So I'm thinking about being a police officer. I'm not gonna lie. Mostly because in the security field, if you don't hit like a big lick and lock in with like a higher profile client that wants to invest in you and want to see you kind of win long term, ain't no retirement plan in this shit. Yeah. You'll be working all your life. Right. And I've had the privilege and misfortune to see some older guys that stuck in the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, can't quit. Like 60 plus, still trying to do security, bro. You know what I'm saying? One of my OGs, he my dog. Like, he been in the game a long time. And collectively, me and my guys, we try to make sure we take care of him and give him work and make sure he could take care of his family. But my man, they got one of his legs amputated, and he still kind of got to, you know what I'm saying? He still got to go to a job. He got a prosthetic and still be having to stand up at the door somewhere. Yeah. And that's kind of like, that shit scary to me.
Yeah, because it's not how you want to end up.
It's not how you want to end up, bro.
And I realized that, like, with my job, like, they got a lot of old dudes that still do the same thing.
Sometimes
and
that's
you be
all
like,
they know.
Bro, I ain't trying to end up like that.
Facts. You know what scared me the most? No disrespect to nobody. I be riding past like a little store, you go in Walmart and you see the OG standing there by the door. You could tell he ain't, not even the greeter, the security guard. Oh, he ain't trying to do nothing. This is a job. Like, it's a job. Yeah. They look like shit in their uniform. Somebody teed it, like uncle, you know what I'm saying? And I be like, oh my God. I'd be like, thank you, Jesus. I be like, thank you, Jesus. That's not me. Yeah. That shit scares me, bro. Yeah. I swear to God. I be like, man, because you just never know, bro. I don't think anybody planned for that. You know what I'm saying? It's because it's a job. But I don't think that's what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? As opposed to having like a real ambition to do something with your life, bro. Like, I don't know, bro. I just be looking at this shit and be like, thank you, God, that's not me.
But then you look at it like just from somebody who's trying to hire you. You ain't gonna try to get nobody that's old trying to protect you.
Fuck no. Exactly. This shit got a time limit on it for sure. Like, unless you, and I know I will be, but when I'm older, if I'm still like somehow attached to it, I would love for it to just be from a like advisory role, not me actively being in the field. I want to just be able to do a threat assessment, tell you what you need to do, how you need to handle it, how you need to move, stuff like that. Own the business, send guys here and there and this, that, and the third. I have a security company already, but actively, it's just me on the roster and my wife as my secretary or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Mostly because New Orleans, like I said earlier, everybody the man. So even in the security game, it's hard to kind of build a team of cohesive people that feel the same way you do about your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Most people that do security in the city, it's like a side hustle. They're not living and dying about it.
Yeah.
I literally live and die by it. I don't do nothing else. You know what I'm saying? But security. Security paid for the house. Security paid for the cars. Security going to put the kids through school until I decide to do something else.
Right.
So it'd be hard to lock in with guys that just don't value what I do. And obviously when you meet me as a potential client and I impress you to a certain masseur, that's what you're expecting.
Yeah, for sure.
So if I could clone myself 6 times, then fucking right. We about to go crazy. You know what I'm saying? But if it ain't that, bro, it's just New Orleans is really not the market for that either.
You ever thought about relocating?
I
To,
have.
like, higher net worth areas where you ain't even looking for necessarily just athletes and artists. You could just regular people with money who just need somebody.
I definitely have. Texas has the market for that. Miami, stuff like that. But the thing, I'm gonna be completely honest, it was so easy to become who I am in New Orleans because everybody else suck.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's not that.
People don't take it
They got 100 me's in Texas. You know what I'm saying? I could throw 50 cent worth of nickels out the car and hit me in Texas. You know what I'm saying? So my whole thing was, again, you see a gap, you feel it. You know what I'm saying? So I could see that, okay, these dudes, they got, now I ain't gonna be disrespectful, they got guys that's older than me that came before me that was doing it on this level back in the gap. But in the present tense, no.
Right.
If they still in the game, them dudes is in the clubs still. You know what I'm saying? Or they just barely hanging on by a thread. I don't want that for myself. You know what I'm saying? So I think about relocating all the time. My wife hates New Orleans. She wants to move so bad.
Yeah.
But I be telling her, I'm like, well, listen, like, we gotta have a plan first though. And I always held myself to the standard of, I'm like, I feel like I need to conquer New Orleans first before I feel like I deserve to try to go jump into another pool and be playing in somebody else's backyard.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Because it's home.
Because it's home. And I know what I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? Like, people from other places feel like New Orleans is the most dangerous place ever. This shit don't feel like that to us.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because you know what you're dealing with, which also makes it easier to do my job. You know what I'm saying? Because I got relationships with the police officers. I got relationships with the club owners, restaurant owners. Like, I got it on a string to where I could kind of manipulate things the way I would like them to go.
Right.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, so honestly, it kind of sounds like if you could just find a couple people, you already got it set.
Yeah,
the whole infrastructure is set. I just need the right people.
All of the best people, whom are in fact my close friends, we work together. Like, so if I do get a job where I need multiple bodies, or if Rob need me to put together a quick team, I got guys I can pull from, but they themselves also have the same ambition. And unfortunately, again, most people not trying to team up. They won't be the big dog. They want to be their name on it. They want it to be their company. They want to be the leader. I don't care about none of that shit. I just want some money.
Right.
I don't give a fuck about being famous, clout, none of that, bro. I'm literally in it for the sustainability and take care of my family. I don't care about nothing else.
Yeah, you just gotta have the right team.
Nah, I mean, also, like you said, we haven't seen an artist the size of Rob in a while in the city.
Yeah.
So
Wow.
at the same time, being able to be right there on side of him as he blowing up and then potentially getting bigger, it might even open up more, put you in more rooms with more opportunities where you meet more people and you end up finding a different client a little bit bigger. That
you know what a compete clause is?
Y'all got them too?
Mm-hmm.
Damn. How long? Or whatever is determined in the shit.
Because I mean,
it makes sense though. Because like I said, with good security, they're in your life. Like fully, so yeah, it makes sense.
Because I couldn't have met Lil Baby through Rob and then went work for Lil Baby
directly. After,
non-compete contract. You know what I'm saying? So it's cool. Like, I'm not tripping. What's for me is for me. You know what I'm saying? For sure. Like, I haven't missed a step with all of that. I appreciate the networking I could do anyway. Because the big thing for me, it don't be about more or less linking up with the artists or whatever. I link up with the bodyguards and the security and the club owner and just anybody that I'm gonna make contact with and talk with directly. I'm gonna make sure I build an impression because that served me well. Because even when I took my wife out of town on vacation, I got people.
You got
people.
Yeah, it was good.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I still make it work to my advantage. You know what I'm saying? But without trying to step on my brother's toes. You know what I'm saying? Because that'll be some bullshit. And I didn't feel like he was doing some fuck shit or something like that, because even when I worked for the white man, his security company, it was the same thing. I was one of the top 3 employees in the business, and a lot of the owners I'm working for in the city at the different restaurants, hotels and stuff, they love me. Oh man, I wish I could just get you to come work strictly for me. Woo do. The white man gonna sue my fucking socks off.
Right.
If I would have did that.
Right.
Literally for everything I'm worth.
See, I never knew that was a thing for security.
Yeah.
This thing for everything.
I know that. No, I go to school for business. I know what the non-compete are, but like it's something like that. That's kind of like it's so independent of like you. I feel like you'd be able to hop around like that kind of, but
I still hop around, but I just do it through my own channels. I just make sure it's not a situation where a brother could say, or anybody for the matter could say, that is because of them.
Okay,
that's the only way you can't fuck with me in that regard.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If it's a way that you could tie it back to my relationship with you, then you might have a case against me. But he not even on that type of time anyway, though. You know what I'm saying? It's just the way things were structured when we were starting out. You know?
Right.
His team was just trying to get things professional.
Get something consistent. Yeah.
Right. You know? So I didn't feel like, you know, it was something that was holding me back more or less per se. I didn't feel like it was that.
Right.
No, it makes sense to me. Yeah, because like I said, like he's the vessel that's about to take you all around, like because he be moving. That nigga be all over.
Yeah, that nigga move around too much for me. That's why I'm here right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm an old man at this point. I can't do that. Like I can't. I love my nigga, but it also it just be me and him, bro.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, and I don't necessarily get to do my job the way I want to. A lot of clients, I myself would prefer to treat a motherfucker like Secret Service does, right?
Yeah,
meaning that I want to do the advanced work. I want to get to whatever city we're going to before you. We'll check out the hotel, see where you're going to be staying. I got the room set up already, this, that, and the third. I went scoped out the venue where we going. I know the manager. I know the security. I done met with the driver. I know the roads, how we getting there. I got the itinerary. In the earlier parts of our travels together, you know, we was kind of moving by the seat of our pants, so it wasn't really an opportunity for me to do it on the level in which I would have wanted to.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? But the brother be moving and shaking, bro. I'm talking about one time we hit like 4 cities in like 24 hours, bro. Shit was ridiculous. Like we flew somewhere, drove from there to another spot, and then from that other spot, caught a plane somewhere else, and then drove. Like, bro, shit was crazy.
Yeah.
Like, cause the first tour we went on was more like a press tour. So we land in the city, brother got an interview here, interview there. We gonna hit the mall because the nigga love shopping. We hit the fucking mall. Got a studio session and whatever, because you know, motherfucker, here you coming to the city, everybody want to lock in. We got a show, studio session. The partners got motion with the bitches and shit. Like it's a bunch going on, bro. And I'm talking about, I'm just like, and I'm so serious about my job, bro. Partners is in the studio sleeping. Yeah, I'm the only motherfucker up. You know what I'm saying? I'm the only person woke. Swear to God. I'm the only nigga up. Everybody else, and it's just me and Rob and the fucking producer in that bitch up. Everybody else, I'm talking about slumping that bitch, bro. It's like so much of that, bro. I gained like 30 pounds on tour, bro. Yeah, just from eating bad, not sleeping, you know, just bullshit, bro. I'm like, man, this nigga gonna kill me, bro. Like, oh my God, like I said, and it just be me and him, bro. So it's like it gotta be done, you know. So it don't matter if you got a shit, if you're tired, it don't fucking matter. Like whatever you got going on, that's your problem. Right. And you gotta just deal with it, bro. It sucks, but you know. Yeah. You gotta deal with it, dog.
It's a job.
It's part of the job, bro.
What question you got for me, dog?
What made you want to do this, brother? Because I like this on you, dog.
Life, bro. You do?
Yeah. Like this
a lot of people ain't tough. A lot of people ain't think I'll do something like that.
I know. Me, I'm one of them. Nigga,
too. I'm another one.
Well, I'm asking you, what happened? Yeah. Like, what made this come about? You just felt like you just had some shit to talk about? You just wanted to...
Yeah, dog. Realizing I ain't the only person going through certain things.
Facts.
Just like you ain't the only person that's a security guard go through the same thing. Somebody gonna watch this and be like, dang, I relate everything he said just now.
Well, how's your mental, black man?
It's straight. It's getting better. One thing I do realize though is more years that keep going by, I see why I messed up and how to fix it.
Right. That's the best thing for us, bro, because that's the phase I'm going through right now. Just taking accountability for our life.
Bruh.
I wish that happened.
It keep happening.
It keeps happening.
When the beginning of the year, I told everybody what I'm doing this year is every time I end up in a situation, I'm only thinking about how I got myself.
Yeah, bro. Listen, gang, that's what's wrong with our people as a whole.
Yeah.
A lack of accountability, brother.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't blame nobody for nothing no more. I don't blame the white man. I don't blame my mama, my baby mama, my wife, nobody. It's all on me. Whatever situation I'm in, it's because of some shit I did. And
bro,
once you realize that, shit just
everything
way
changes.
easier for you,
and you be at peace.
Real shit.
You be like, yeah, it's my fault.
Real talk. Real talk. I enabled whatever. It's something I did to allow this fuck shit to be happening to me
in my life.
my life.
But it makes it so much easier to recover from stuff because it's just like I'm gonna take accountability for it. That was me, my fault.
I know how to correct it. Keep
and I know not to do that shit again.
Even if somebody done me some shit personally that I feel like I didn't
I let stuff go so easy.
I let you in my life.
I let stuff go so easy.
That's my fault.
And bro,
you got me.
Like I said, me starting this podcast, dog, going through my divorce, bro, it's like all this happened for a reason.
Yeah.
Everything that happened to me, it happened for a reason. And I know I'm the only person who went through crazy things going through divorce, but hey.
Everything get you where you're supposed to be going.
Yeah.
Facts though. That's exactly how it's supposed to be, bro. I'm not gonna lie, dog.
Because if it didn't happen, I wouldn't be right now.
But that's good though, bro, because I feel like you the same guy I grew up with.
Yeah.
And I remember, bro, you always had good energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I remember when I first met you, I was like, man, why this nigga smiling so much? Like, what the fuck? Like, this nigga just the happiest nigga I ever met in my life, bro. What's going on, man? Like, I swear to God, bro, you just always had a light about you. You know what I'm saying? And I always fuck with that, brother. I swear to God. Like, because most people, I could feel energies, bro.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I'm able to identify who my clients' real friends is and who really there just for the opportunity, for the moment, you know what I'm saying? But it just always was a genuine thing with you, bro. You know what I'm saying? So even when I first saw it, I'm like, man, that nigga doing a podcast? You motivated me though too, bro, because I got all of the same shit at my house, bro.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like I constantly was just in my way, bro. Nigga smoking weed, shit make you lazy, stupid, and unconcerned. I've since quit. I'm like 10 days into being sober.
Yeah.
But still, like, you know, it was 20 plus years of me consistently smoking. I didn't miss a day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But once I really had that talk with myself, bro, I fell to my knees, bro, and like literally just cried out to God, brother. I was like, man, I surrender. Like I'm tired. Like I can't keep doing this shit. Like I swear.
And bro, that's where I got to in my life. And I really was like, let me find a way to get my words out and allow other people to get theirs out too.
Yeah. Real talk, bro.
Because I know a lot of people around me, they got some things to say.
Yeah.
But be afraid to say it.
The thing that was holding me back from this is because I didn't want to be the guy that was on the camera talking to myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I hate those videos.
Mm-hmm.
I can tell that you in there with your camera set up like this here, acting like a nigga interviewing you, but you're just going off about whatever you think.
Yeah.
I always wanted it to be an organic situation like this, where I could just kind of talk about my life and my experiences without it being forced. You feel what I'm saying? And like I said, bro, you motivated me to kind of get some things done with myself. I was like, damn, I didn't even know my partner was thinking about fucking with the podcast shit. But you just never know what people got going on, bro. And you might want to start doing some shit you've been saying you want to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Like I said, the only person ever was holding me back was me, bro. I swear to God.
And we always the only people holding us back.
Facts, though.
Ain't nobody holding us back except us. Like you just said, we talk about accountability.
Real talk. So I be on the internet, bro, looking at all of this shit that our people dealing with right now. You know, what race war we got going on, and I don't understand that shit, bro. I know racism is real. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know the white men that deal a lot of shit in the world, bro. It's not that I don't care, and it's not that it doesn't affect me. It's just a situation where, again, everything in my life I've achieved, like ain't no white person got in my way thus far. It's only been my own people and me.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So once I don't want to be a victim on any level.
This all goes with how to change it and do what you got to do with what's going on.
With the cards that you dealt.
Yeah.
You feel what I'm saying? So I don't get jealous of nobody, bro. I'm not in competition with nobody. I don't even pay attention to what other people doing.
That brings you peace too.
All right, actually. I sleep real good. You know what I'm saying? Knowing that, okay, that's nice. I'm glad that's good. Yeah. I don't care. Like, I swear to God, I don't care. Yeah. Like, you know, I'm happy for whoever that's doing whatever. But if I don't know what it's like to like envy somebody or be like jealous or some shit like that. I ain't never been jealous of nothing in my life, bro. Like, I don't know what that feel like because I don't think it's necessary. It's a choice. Yeah. I understand that everything ain't for everybody. Me just knowing that some niggas are gonna be born tall and some people are gonna be born short, ain't nothing I can do about that. You know what I'm saying? Why would I even care?
And that's one thing I know when my boys get older, and really my kids, period. Mm-hmm. People gonna talk about you. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, if you 6 years old and you 100 pounds, you a big little dude, mm-hmm. somebody gonna need an offensive tackle, right?
Facts. What you gonna do?
Then they gonna talk about you when you're in the league? Mm-hmm. No, they're not. They gonna be mad at you now.
They don't call you trash. Man, nigga can't play no fucking ball. He in the league because he big. Like, nigga always have something to say. I don't care. I swear, bro. I try to tell this to my son, bro. He light skinned, so he be in his feelings sometimes. Yeah. He's susceptible to other people's comments and thoughts about it. I'm like, bro, you gotta fortify your mind, bro.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be like that, bro. Because I mean, I'm used to it on the way. Because I grew up white. Mm-hmm. Big old quotations. Not that anything I was doing was deliberately, but you know. Again, I was doing MMA, bro, jiu-jitsu, karate, skateboarding, all kind of shit. Like, you know, and I used to get teased for that shit, bro. I was skateboarding before Wayne made it cool. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? And
facts.
That pissed me off. Yeah. When nigga popped out, everybody just, I'm like, what the fuck? Or all of a sudden this shit tight now. You know what I'm saying? Like, y'all motherfuckers been talking about me bad, like, all my life, and now this shit just cool now. All right, whatever. Got nothing to do with me. It's good.
Yeah.
It's good. Like, you know, I believe in God.
That's the best way to keep it, bro. Keep going first.
I swear, man. I like this though, bro. I feel like, you know, people do need to have more like conversations, bro. Yeah. You know, I'm a person, I like to call, check on my partners. Like, I tell my homies I love them. Like, every time I talk to them, I don't have no shame in my game, bro.
Right.
Because I lost people to suicide, you know, depression, drug overdose, stuff like that. And it kind of fuck with me. I'm like, man, because it's too easy to just check on a nigga, ask how they feeling. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what you got going on, bro?
Yeah.
Like, how you feeling? You know what I'm saying? Like, and sometimes, you know, I realize it made me more cold, though, because for every time I've done that for somebody, I can't necessarily say people do that for me, though.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So I kind of also had to talk to God about it, because I also don't do things like that expecting anything in return. Mm-hmm. You know, like, if I'm going to bless somebody, or if anything that I try to do positive for anybody, it's not because I expect you to do it for me.
Exactly.
It's strictly because that's what I feel like I'm supposed to do.
And that's just who you are.
Yeah, bro. Yeah, man. Everybody don't really understand that. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is, bro.
But I appreciate you doing this episode with me, dog.
Man, it's good, brother. I'm happy about this, brother.
Man, you know hey, if you need a security guard, bodyguard,
I'm gonna
put my dude contact information in the description.
Please, if you need a job. If you need a job, if you're not going to the league and you're an offensive lineman, I know somebody who could use you.
I don't got nothing for you.
It's another episode of WeakLEE Podcast. Man, open, honest, vulnerable. Tune in next week. And this is the WeakLEE Podcast. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Tune in next week.